Is it connected? We connected? So they got the one bar, said you got the two. Let's see if it connects, man. We're gonna post up and chill for a second, see if it connects. It's crazy. I'm having a great day. Having a pretty decent night. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I got the mic attached. Give you a little summary, for those that showed up from the playback. What's going on, world? What's going on, world? I just gotta say what's up to the world. What's going on? I need to know what's going on. As long as things don't feel off, I need to know what's going on with the world. Need to make sure the world's on a good one. If anything, Jax. Damn, Jax, you supposed to be asleep. Jax, you supposed to be asleep, Jax. How you show up right now, man? You don't got school tomorrow though, so that's kind of crazy. Oh, you doing a sleepover? Did you record bro? You gotta record the videos, man. You gotta record the videos, dog. Bro, I just went to a tournament today. I had it was plastics though. It was a Bakutin shoot. That's what they call it. The plastics, the classic era. I gotta show you that. That video's gonna come out 8 o'clock tomorrow, man. It's pretty dope. That's what's up. Thank you for being here, Jax, as always. That's crazy, man. He had to go to. Oh, damn. Is his family okay? Z. Oh, damn. Everybody's here. Y'all supposed to be asleep, but I get it. I'm supposed to be asleep too, honestly. But shoot, yeah, Z. I just fucking we wrapped up the tournament, bro. We got the free Beyblades. Yeah, it was crazy. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if you saw. If you look in the pictures of event section, there's like 67 clips, and some of them include I think it was Cole that was pumping the inflatable stadium. So, and I think mashing down the street too. That car mashing. Um, Cole was pumping the inflatable stadium. That shit was funny. But the vlog for that shit, I actually finished editing it because I catch the hour and a half long bus ride back to Seattle. So when I'm on the bus the whole time, I'm just editing the clips. I'm just putting it all together. You know, chop chop, cut it out, piece it all together. Get my 5 pieces, put the 5 pieces together. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, man. Z, I was gonna ask you how your day was. Because I thought about like, I was like maybe I was gonna say maybe I should ask him tomorrow, but yeah, hopefully your day was good too, man. Jacob was good. Jacob. Oh, haven't. Oh, sorry, haven't seen the claim bus. That sounds. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. It was like there was like birthday cake. It was funny. Can't help you with the VPN outside of what I've. Oh yeah, Dorothy. We love a short king. Damn, Dorothy. Why you call me out like that, Dorothy? Say you love a short king. Dorothy, how short is short though? It was healing for sure, bro. Thanks for. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to ask you. I mean, I'm not even going to divulge what exactly it is, but it's between us, I guess. But you know, yeah, man. I hope that's okay. Am I hiding? Nah, I'm not hiding. I'm just chilling right now. I'm just actually just chilling. I was about to spark up a cigar. There's a normal park I was gonna go sit at. It might not be the best time because it's kind of in the middle of the neighborhood. Are you in use? You're in use, Sharice. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone who dropped in, man. I appreciate it. You know, do you love the Great White Hope and his cabinet of Avengers because he's making America great and safe again? I don't know if that's necessarily true, but okay. I think it's interesting. It's going to create this American bubble, if you will. I live in an area where it's actually a bubble, so people who feel like they're safe and they think they can say things and get away with it. People like that, they're in that same bubble. So it's funny because there's this new bubble being created, and the people in charge as well have never really had to do much on like a large scale, but they have the right ideas, I guess. People just really got to come together. People need to come together realistically. I don't like this divide that we have. We really need to come together on terms of stuff. A lot of us are arguing about some bullshit, but Kalani Armor, Z deleted it. Z wasn't having it. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Well, look at this little rabbit. What's good with you? I should have flipped the camera. Oh no, hold on. Little rabbit ran across the street at 117. I respect it, Z. I personally don't hate on anyone's politics. I think I should. I didn't even vote. I don't be voting like that. I think last time I voted for Kanye because I was kind of just like not giving a fuck. But even then, I'm like, man, all these choices we got are bad realistically. But I haven't seen anyone that's really. There isn't too many people that's really like righteously whatever. You know what I'm saying? Play with the, I heard you saying. Yeah, I heard you saying. And that, a lot of people on that side they're really about that. So I appreciate that. You know why I like that because I tell this story all the time where like there was actually I don't even feel like telling that story right now. I'll say it a different day. But I'll say it a different day, man. Not racist. I'm brown and Trump is white and Great White Hope. You know who's the real Great White Hope? And you guys might not even know who this is. I agree. More black men should come together with white women. You agree with that? I'm not mad at that. I mean, I hear what you're saying. Um, I hear what you're saying. All my cousins are mixed, so I kind of get it. But at the same time, if you want to talk about Great White Hope, man, let's talk about this, man. We haven't had like a great white basketball player that was an all-star and an Olympian at the same time. And I'm talking about American all, white all-star basketball player since like Larry Bird and Steve Nash, but Steve Nash was Canadian, so he wasn't American. So I always think about that shit where I'm like, I look forward to like Cooper Flag or something like that. Hopefully Cooper Flag is going to be the new Great White Hope for American basketball because there hasn't been like a white Olympian. I mean, I don't know if Kevin Love was in the Olympics. I just thought about that. Be careful with the phrasing. Yeah, I get it. But I like how and see what I respect about it is you know, Z is white, so he approached it like checking another white person. That's what I like because I'm the same way. I've grew up around. I'm Filipino, so I grew up around Filipino people that would say crazy shit, and I would just check them on it because I'd be like, "Hey, man, you can't represent us like that, etc." Whoop wop. So when I see other white people do it for other white people, like that's But again, this is on the internet, so he assumed as such. That's why I respect it either way. I respect what Z did, but yeah, I think that he was talking about a guy. No, I know Z, I know you're talking about that. That's what I was saying. Like I respect that you did that because you approached it as such, even though he said he was brown later. So I understand that. That's pretty dope. You know, I had a I had another friend like that. It was tough though. She was a woman, so it's like she had to always confront these dudes, these males. So it was kind of tough. That was the part of the story I was gonna say. You are full Philippine, yes sir. Ilocano specifically, Ilocano and Pangalatot, if you know about that. I mean, that's like most people are like a mix of those two to some degree, but it's full Filipino. You know what it is. Do I listen to country music? Not really. Not really. Can't say I do. Do I? No, I don't think I do, bro. Yep, do I? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Do you believe in order of life, God over man, man over women, and women over children? I don't know if I do. I'll be honest with you. Do I believe in God? I believe in God, though. I think a lot of this stuff. When you think about it, it's like, what am I trying to say? How is it, Crazy Samoan? What's up, Oos? What's up, Oos? Why do you sound like you listen to country music? I don't know, man. That's funny. That's funny though that you think I listen to country music. Maybe I do, man. There's a song. See, I listen to Lil Durk, right? And Lil Durk has a song with Morgan Wallen, and Morgan Wallen's a country artist, I believe. So, I mean, that's probably the closest I listen to countries. Maybe that. I like Southern rap. I like Southern hip hop. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big believer in God, but I'm not religious, if that makes sense. I think a lot of people also need to find the power within themselves. Find the God within themselves. That's not the shit on the universe. You understand? That's not to shade the universe. I think it's just recognizing, the God given power you have, and just the energy within yourself, the spiritual energy within yourself. I think that's important as well. You know how to do the VPN, and I have to make a new Google account. Oh, okay, okay. Reset the app. What is that on? How you doing? How you doing, Oos? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Oos. Remind me, man. That means brother, right? I think it means brother or something. Yeah, I had a couple Samoan friends. They were really nice people, really good people. I know people are scared of you guys because you guys are like really big and strong, but I'm like, they've been really nice to me. I don't know. Some of the sweetest people I've met, you know? Yeah. Listen to a lot of Randy Travis. I'm not sure who that is. I don't know who Randy Travis is, man. Are they good? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go out my way to check it out, but I might. I might. I don't really know. Jax, Jax, you got it figured out? I mean, if you got it figured out, Jax. I get that a lot. Hard to make new you're right, you know what? I never thought about that because I worked with the dude, this big black dude, but that's how he looks on the outside, but he's half black Puerto Rican. I think he has some Hawaiian in him or some shit, and he's a really chill dude, he's an Army vet, but because he's big, people get kinda intimidated and scared by him, and it's funny because, he's just a really chill dude, and, they try to make friends with him on, like, a non-threatening, assuming way and stuff, so I get it. People go through stuff like that. So, yeah, I did another tournament. Okay, my fault. Me today. Oh, you did so when you did the tournament, um, you told me you did the tournament at the house? Like, you guys ran a tournament or you guys went to a place? Like, what do you mean, Jax? You went to the actual, oh, no, it's funny. There was someone who showed up at our tournament today, and, we didn't see this guy for a while, like, months, and he popped back up, and he was spending time in, Boston. So he was in your city, but I don't know if he was blading in your city, though. Hopefully he was, I don't know. He said, "I don't know LOL, I just know that he's a country's" okay, do I have a job? Do I have a job? I mean, this is my job right here, let's just say that. Most of the friends I got, mostly polys, yeah. I guess it's just the way I look. I mean, you know what it is though? It's just I think the average person is just intimidated for some reason, which is bad. That's what I was saying with my coworker friend. Like he's just a big football sized veteran dude, and they feel like because it's the workspace, they felt like they needed to speak with him a certain way. They feel like they needed to like, oh, I need to walk on eggshells when I walk around him. I need to, whatever, be fake respectful to be his friend. And it's like a lot of my big friends would do, football sized friends, stuff like that. They would go through stuff like that, but don't take it a bad way. It's actually a sign of respect because, man, if you're like my height, bro, people just trying to treat you a certain way and try to clown on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 5'5", so people won't talk to you a certain way, which is funny. But man, I deal with everyone with like love and respect as much as possible. You know. So let me see what he wrote. That's what I think, man. I swear to God, Samoans be like the nicest people to me. You did Wizard Rod 960 ball. That's pretty standard. That's good. Before they banned it. Wait, so okay, you went to an actual event. That's what you're saying. That's what's up, bro. You got to get your rank up, Jax. You got to be the biggest in the pause. You got to be the best in your area or your state. And then when I go there, you guys could host us for a tournament or something. Emily, what's up? Emily, you commented on a lot of stuff today. Like I was busy at a tournament, and Emily, I saw that you commented like 20, 30 times. I was like, damn, Emily, that's a lot of love you're showing. So I appreciate the love, Emily. Thank you for being here. Crazy Simone, 6'3", 320. I'm the shortest out of siblings. You know what's crazy? It'd be like that, bruh. I got a cousin. She's from Alabama. She's black, right? But she's about my height. But she said the rest of her family big as hell. She's about my height. She's maybe 300, 400 pounds, something like that. She's like, yeah, I'm like the smallest one in my family. Them people big, sisters big, uncles and all that shit, huge. On some Mark Henry type shit, motherfuckers be big, pause. But yeah, yeah. Thank you, Emily. As always, you lost though, so I didn't win. That's all right, man. You know what I do at my tournaments, man? I brought some raffle prizes. I think the first raffle prize was a silver wolf. Second one was I don't know, it's probably like Drawn Buster or something. Hasbro. Third one was a Chimera grip coupon that I was gonna pay for, and then the fourth one was Golem Rock with the string launcher, which is pretty cool. So what is this channel about? Honestly, man, it's just kind of whatever I wake up and feel like. I'll be, it sounds kind of weird, but in the beginning, it started with some just Pokemon card stuff, and then just regular music related stuff, and then it kind of was blowing up, and I was like, honestly, anything that I can film and anything that I do hobby wise or life wise, lifestyle wise, I'm just gonna record it and document it the best I can. So currently, big task. Sorry for not addressing you personally. Big task. Because right now I'm going to a lot of Beyblade tournaments and I'm doing that. I'm just documenting it as much as I can. I'm trying to highlight my regions, tournaments and like their spaces, as well as the people in Portland. I want to visit Bellingham and Vancouver at some point, so I want to document those people. But I'm trying to just stay up to date with the hobby and shed some light on it, and as well as like when I play video games, I just try to put that too. Emily threw all these hearts. Emily, what's with all these hearts? What's going on here? It'd be like that in some families. That's what's crazy, man. That's what's crazy. So now you look like you're related to Russell Wilson, bro. That's hilarious. So I had a cousin, right? And I remember what are these tournaments? Oh, they're Beyblades. So you know the little spinning tops. It's Beyblades, big task. If that's what you're wondering. Um, what was I gonna say to my father to reach? Crazy Simone said it'd be like that in some families. And then big task. Oh, it looks like Russell Wilson, bro. I had a cousin. He's about six, whatever, and it was the year that the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl. It was that era when the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl twice. And I remember people in like like Safeway were saying, "Hey, bro, you look like Russell." They were saying that shit to him, and then we were crying about it because he literally, my cousin, he half black, so he got like the curls like Russell, hair looking just like that, and he had no facial hair, he was just baby face. And he's like, "Man, I'm getting this shit all fucking week." We were clowning him though. We was like, "Damn, bro, it's it's Super Bowl season. It's Super Bowl season, dog. You look like Russell low key. It's kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. Let me see if I can prop this phone up right here because I was having connection issues, bro. If I can prop it right there, it's over. Yep, I'm gonna just prop it right there. I ain't played with a Beyblade since elementary. That's what's up. I'm surprised it's still around. Yeah, it's still going, man. It's going strong, bro. It's going strong up in here, man. All right, today I bought this on Friday. Got the Axum. Got the Axum. Hecho en Nicaragua. 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 Am I saying that right? Nicaragua. You gotta say it like Spanish type shit, and then it's gonna flow. Saying the right way. But I was gonna spark that joint up, mob a bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe mob with it. You have a strange question to ask you. Oh, I don't think I want to know. Man, I don't think you see you got a strange question. I might not even answer you now. When you put it like that, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. You know, I had a cousin that always had this weird bad news that she would always tell me, and then she was like, "Hey, James, guess what?" And I was like, "I don't want to know." You're telling me, guess what? I don't know. I don't know if I need to know. So yeah. Uh-oh, Emily. When I was so close to stop making vids, but you inspire me to keep going. Just keep doing it. I swear to God. Like, and really, it's not even about because I'm not even monetized. I don't even get paid. So it's really about just having fun with it and like I just don't know who's gonna come across my videos, and some people really like it. Some people like are really inspired by it and whatnot. So yeah, my friend said he would trade me at Takara Tomy Stadium for my gold painted head. Oh no! I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to do it. Do black girls want to get with you for good hair? So I'm gonna tell you something, right? That's actually not a weird question because I knew some black women that wanted to how do I explain this? And I grew up with black people my whole life. I was the neighborhood I grew up in, and there was some black women that I knew on the internet, which is funny, but also in person that kind of wanted to fuck with me just for like, because my hair is straight, right? And they wanted like a baby, so it would be like couples, like it would be like women, right? But then it'd be like lesbian couples and shit, and they'd be like, yeah, can you just inseminate my girl or whatever? And I'm like, what the fuck? So it kind of threw me off, but I'm like, it's kind of flattering, I guess. I don't know what to make of it. It's a little weird, bruh. But has that happened to you? Is that why you're asking? I wouldn't say don't look at it as a bad thing. It's kind of a weird, flattering thing, if that makes sense. It's a little strange. You're crying because of how grateful you are. Hey, Emily, like that's one thing too, was like exercising gratitude. I've been trying to exercise gratitude as much as I can every day, realistically. But I hear what you're saying, big task. It's a weird thing, man. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it because it's like how do I explain this? Why you're laughing? What's so funny? Let me what's crazy, bro, is like how like you ever hear those stories about like when a black kid goes to a white school and then all the white kids be touching his hair and shit and it's kind of disrespectful. I went through the opposite. So like on the school bus I was at or school bus I would ride, it was like Les Shine Madrona. You can look them schools up if you want to, but it's hella white now, low key. But Back in the day, it was just like the blackest schools, but in our city at least. And Madrona was actually next to the Black Panther Party's headquarters, so their mascots were the Panthers. But like, it's like the blackest school buses ever, and like, I didn't really think about it, but growing up, these motherfuckers would rub their hands on my head because it was so spiky to them. They're like, "Oh, your hair is so spiky," and I was like, I don't know if this is kind of weird because I'm getting my head rubbed and like I'm not bald headed. I just have like shaved head, whatever you call it, like a not a fade, but like a tape or whatever. It's just kind of funny, but I guess I didn't really view it that way, because I was never not accepted or I was never not loved by people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think when I was dealing with the not love, when people were treating me with like basically like racism, it'd be like I think he's just laughing. It's a funny thing though. You know what I mean? He's laughing, but it's like it's a funny thing. I'm laughing with him, but I'm just not laughing like out loud. But it's a funny thing, because I think the most racism that I kind of deal with was like when I went to these white neighborhoods and there's like a mall up north and they had this man, that's another long story. I don't even want to get into that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's such a good night, bro. I ain't gonna get into that shit. But yeah, you deal with it. Like you get used to dealing with that shit in a weird way. So like what I'm trying to say is even with that being said, when I deal with it with other black and brown people when they say like things that are kind of oh they want your good hair or they want your whatever, that to me that's not racism. It's just like a weird kind of affection or like a weird observation. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, it's something that I welcome because at least it's a conversation. There's other people like I say this all the time with like racial slurs and like fucked up words that you can say to people. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing. It's one thing to say something out loud and like reference it, and it's another thing to make someone feel that way. So I say that all the time on like the N word. It's like the N word is weird because it's like the N word. People can say it to some degree. Like people, we don't want to hear it. None of us really want to hear it, but you can use it right. But no one wants to be felt like one. No one wants to be put in that position where it's like you're making me feel like one, or you're saying it in a racist, fucked up way. But you can use it, but you just have to understand what the context of what's being said. But some people get really carried away, so you got to be careful. Never got to deal with racism till I got to middle school. I'm trying to think, man. I think I unfortunately dealt with it, but it's just like because I remember like cops fucking with me, and I gave cops the benefit of a doubt as a kid. I was like, I just think they're doing their job. And then when I got older, people are like, yeah, they're probably harassing you, trying to get information out of you. They do weird mind games like that. You just don't know it because you're a kid, which is unfortunate. But fucked up, man. But I'm sorry that anyone has to go through that. It's unfortunate, really bad. It's the world we happen to live in, unfortunately. I guess that's part of the content too. You're so glad you met me. Thank you, Emily. Always appreciate, yeah, always appreciate you being here. Gotta spit this tobacco out, as always. As always. Emily's a guy. I think Emily's a girl. I'm pretty sure they're a girl. I mean, I don't know. I actually never met these people, to be honest with you. But I appreciate you guys always dropping in on me. Yeah, man. You said, I don't know. I don't think racism in the islands and the mainland is the same. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, but it's crazy. I don't know either, to be honest with you. But also, like, and crazy Simone, you probably know this. Is like, there's also like certain parts of the islands where it gets just really racist. Like, certain white people owning the land, acting like they own the land. If that makes sense. It's like, oh, I own this area though, and I said, wait, what? It's like the land, bro. It's like people's land. It's like for us. It's like, what do you mean? You know how that should go. I mean, that's some island shit. I think we know it, but and every kind of culture deals with that, man. It's unfortunate. For sure, bro. A lot. Oh, Hawaii, yeah. I went to the Philippines, bro, in like 2012, 2012 or 2000. Yeah, 2012, because it was Typhoon Yolanda. Typhoon Yolanda, this organization that I was working with, they were gonna go there and do relief work, and there was 2 people that ended up going. So those 2 people ended up going there, but we ended up going later. So because we went later, we ended up not doing the what do you call this? Doing the work, but we ended up doing some other stuff within the cities. So we were like still around. We just weren't in the actual areas that got devastated by the hurricanes, if that makes sense, with the typhoons. Because typhoons is one of the terms that they use, but it's like typhoon and then like hurricane or whatever. It's like the same thing. But I think over there they use the word typhoon, if that makes sense. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna see if the motherfuckers still at the park. I'm chilling right now. My bad. I'm walking through the dark. They ain't got no street lights on this side, but I'm about to walk into the street right here. But yeah, you guys let me know if my connection goes out. I'm chilling tonight, man. Get my hours, and I had a great day. You know, we had a Beyblade tournament. It was our good friend Neo's birthday party. He turned 25, so we celebrate his birthday. Beyblading, have a tournament. You know, his wife bought him a cake. Shout out to Luffy. Shout out to everybody, man. We did a raffle. We had a raffle earlier, man. It was great, man. It was a great day. It's Plastics Generation, so you know we're missing a few people. Guess what, Emily? Oh no, I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to know, Emily. Whenever people say "guess what" or something like that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I need to know. So you tell me what's good. Pele. Oh, Pele. What time is it over there, Pele? Pele's like in a whole nother country, I think. I used to think Pele was here, but I think he lives somewhere else, right? Thank you for dropping in, Pele. I'm just crossing the street. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, bro. Motherfuckers was geeked up earlier, man. I got furry gear. Oh yeah, I forgot you was a furry. I got one friend that's a furry, but I never seen her, or I never seen them dressed up. I think she's like them or some shit. I never seen them dressed up, but they keep talking about it in Discord, which is funny. 7:40 a.m. I would have never met Bane if I was sitting in my bed on YouTube like a fat ass. I'm gonna tell you something, Jax. I be sitting in bed like a fat ass all the time. And you know what makes it even worse? My brother got a coupon for Safeway, and this guy went and bought some Doritos that are like taco flavored Doritos, bro. So you know I'm gaining weight. Before I went on live, I was uploading videos. I stood outside of the library using the Wi-Fi, like down the street, which is kind of funny. But before that, I was just at the house eating some fucking taco Doritos, bro. Terrible. So, but no, I hear what you're saying, Jax. Jax got the right state of mind. This is my spot, man. I should be kicking it right here at my spot. Motherfuckers is gone. Let me see if they're gone, bro. Don't be up in here. All right, get out of here with that, bro. Crazy. Sitting in bed like a fat ass is our. Oh no! Don't do that, Oos. Don't do that. Nah, I understand though. You know the vibe. That's island vibes, man. We chilling. Everybody's just eating with family at whatnot. What time is it over here? It might be like midnight right now. Hold on, you said what? 7:40. So we're probably at 11:42. Yep, 11:42. Pele. Big bag, big bag. I've been loving snacks lately, man. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I be eating them snacks. 2:42. Jax, bro, you're up late. I thought, are you guys doing the video? What's going on? So earlier, like I said, I was standing outside the library using the Wi-Fi. I'm thinking that shit's gonna be hot. I'm like, damn, I'm standing out here. I might get in trouble. I don't know. And then this black car pulls up on me. I'm just standing on the side next to the little statues and shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Just trying to use the public Wi-Fi to upload this video. It's gonna premiere at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And it's funny because black car pulls up. Dude just comes. You know, he opens the door. He starts blowing his nose. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? But I guess he's like a guy that's gonna be cleaning inside the library, so that's kind of cool. And I was like, bro, I'm just gonna be out here using the Wi-Fi. All right. He's like, it's cool. I'm just standing there using the Wi-Fi. I find a good little spot, and then yeah, I don't know how many subs you need to live stream. That's a good question, Pele. I actually don't know. That's a really good question. I feel like it's 50, right? I think it's 50. Yeah, 50. Okay. Yeah, both of them said 50. Jax and Crazy Simone said 50, man. To a live stream. Oh yeah, I was training earlier. I always start training Beyblade at 12 p.m. Ooh, at noon. Is it not 50 anymore? Is that what you're saying? You know how you have depression? Are you serious? How? At your age, how? Why is that, Emily? That's not good. But no, I was like right when I left the library area and I finished the upload, I started walking over here. I'm hearing people all loud and shit. I'm like, what the hell? And this car comes around the corner. It's like all these kids just hanging off the back of the car. And then, they hop out the car. They got fucking drinks and beers on them and shit, some goofy ass shit. They just start running up. These motherfuckers getting drunk inside the bathroom. I'm like, oh man, I don't miss them days, man. Said you have 52 and it won't let me live stream. Pele, keep on pushing, man. Just keep on doing shorts. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing videos. If you think it's something that'll go viral, if you think it's something that's relatable, go ahead and post it. Oh yeah, verify stuff too with your email and number. I think that's what you have to do as well. Because I think mine is linked to because it's YouTube, it's linked to Google, right? So yeah. But you don't know. You think it's getting worse, Emily? What do you think is getting worse about it? I think we talked about this last time. Yeah, see if you had to verify it. Maybe that's what it is. But Emily, if you think it's getting worse, what's going on right there? I'm not like a psychiatrist, but what's really going on? I was going through shit at a young age too, but I didn't have any comprehension of it. So the fact that you know the word depression at your age is already a good sign. You know what I mean? To some degree, it's unfortunate that you do, but make sure you're not identifying with something that isn't true as well. So be careful. You know, I remember one time I learned the word schizophrenic and I thought it was cool. It's not cool if you're actually medically schizophrenic. For some reason, as a kid, I just thought it was cool because I'm kind of stupid. And then I ain't gonna say I identified with it because that's not the right word I used, but I was like, man, I might be schizo. You know what I'm saying? I just be seeing shit too. But really, it was just me using my imagination and drawing. Like it wasn't like I was actually schizo. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say it like that, but you know what I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying. It's like I misinterpreted the definition of it. You know. So just be careful with that. Because the thing is, when you speak about, you ever heard that saying, "Speak of the devil"? You know what I'm saying? Because people would just be speaking about a certain person and then they show up. Speak of the devil is the same thing. When you speak about negative things, you might invite more of it. So be careful. You know, because there's be times where I'm depressed, and it's like it's one thing to admit it and be honest about it, but it's another thing to be like, I'm dealing with this depression, but I'm gonna be happy today. I'm gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's Mother's Day today. Where are you at for Mother's Day? Well, your dad's. Oh my bad, my bad. I ain't gonna read that out loud. Don't read that out loud, Jax. Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep that hidden. All right, Emily, we're gonna keep it hidden. Catch you later, Oos. Was good talking. Thank you, Crazy Simone. You have a good night, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for that. Yeah, Jax deleted it because we don't want that to be shown, but we read it, and yeah, if it's a family situation, you gotta well, you gotta more than promising to me, promise to yourself that you just stay strong. Anush Kumar, thank you for being here. You just want to be strong. It's easier said than done, but it's important to be strong. And there were times where I just felt frail and weak. I was actually like a bony kid before I would eat and work out, and I remember just not feeling strong. And then one day I just kind of wised up. Jai Shri. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something good because I remember you said that last time, Anush, if I remember correctly. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for dropping in when you guys can. As always, man, it's a great night tonight. It's a great day. Great 24 hours. Yeah, there's a time I just felt weak and I wasn't able to defend myself at times. And I was like, man, fuck that. I'll never go through this feeling again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it, Emily. You don't want to put that stuff on a public platform. So be careful. And the thing is, when this shows on the playback, it doesn't show. So that's a good thing. but I'm not gonna read that. But yeah, be strong. I know your family. My family wasn't. They weren't that bad, but they weren't perfect either. So, but there's just days where like that's what I'm saying. Like even when you don't feel strong, you got to remind yourself about your strengths, because that way, when you remind yourself about your strengths, you start to internalize the actual strengths that you have and your how strong you actually are when you don't realize it, and you'll step into this human being that is necessary for the world, but also necessary for yourself to get out of your situations. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. There's probably some people here in the chat that can offer you an understanding about prayer as well. I'm not much of a prayer person. I'm more of a I'll conversate with God kind of person, but it just comes down to what you're into. So I don't want to have too much influence over you. I think I should do that. You trust me and Jax. Well, you got to be careful, Emily, because before that, you should trust yourself. Because the thing is, we haven't met. You know, a lot of what I'm saying out loud is the fact that one, yeah, sure, you may need help, but two, I don't actually know you. But also, at the same time, you got to be careful because you know, um, you got to be. Sorry. What else I was gonna say was um, whoever else needs to hear this. That's why I'm saying this stuff out loud. Whoever else needs to hear this. So just be careful with that stuff. But thank you for having some trust in me. But yeah, you know what I mean. Just be careful. You want to trust yourself a little more. You want to trust that you have the power. It's easier said than done, but you just start there. Start saying good things to yourself. Start telling yourself that you love yourself. Start telling yourself you're strong enough to handle your problems, and then slowly but surely you're gonna acquire and even see within yourself the things that you're capable of, and you'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. That's all I can offer to you, if you understand. Beyblade is the only thing that keeps you sane. That's what I always talk about. You know what's crazy about that, Jax? Chief Bongo will be up in here in the chat, and he said the same exact shit, bro. And like when I was in the car with him, he said the same exact shit. This dude was like, we were in where the fuck we were at, Gresham. He's, I'll drive you back to Portland to the hotel, man. I got you. We're just chopping it about life and Beyblade. He said the same thing. A mother YouTube said you need 500. Really? I'm trying to remember, dog. I don't even remember. And I hope it's not 500, man. I mean, maybe they're raising the bar, because you know what's funny? Pele, you might be onto something, Pele, because before they told me I needed 500 subs and I needed a certain amount of like plays or some shit to get monetized, and then they raised the bar again and said, "Oh, now you need 1,000." And I'm like, man, you got to pick one, man, because every time I get to a certain threshold, they keep raising the bar. So who knows, man? They keep moving the goalposts, but I'm gonna just keep working. Like I want to get monetized, but at the same time, I'm gonna get there naturally. Like however things naturally flow. I'm just gonna keep posting things that I like, and maybe other people will like the same thing. Who knows? Who knows? That's kind of where I'm at, man. Pele, keep on working, man. When you got the time, put the time into it, man. And show your heart. Show your heart and show the light. That's really all that matters. You know? Yeah. Yeah, Emily and Jax, I know you guys are younger, so it's just like just be careful as you navigate life, man. Things were a certain way when I was young, and I had people. I was lucky to have certain people in my life. Like I always call them OGs because they're the real OGs. I ain't talking about violent people. I ain't talking about people with crime records. I'm talking about real people, just in general. My dad's like he's one of those too, man. He don't talk much, but when he speaks, man, I be listening. And that motherfucker be talking. Him and some other people I grew up around. I'm like, listen, I heed your words. I heed your warnings. You don't want me to end up like you. You want me to be better. That's what I'm doing. So that's why when I talk to people younger, just people in general, I'm like, man, it's not that I take life seriously. It's just like, man, you'd be surprised. You really need people in your life that tell you, that try to steer you, like, hey, man, you should do this, you should do that. Because I'm one of the very few in my neighborhood that listen to people. A lot of other people, they need to find out for themselves. It's fucked up, man. Paley, I think are they close to your age, Paley? I forgot. I think you're young too. I forget. Jax is a young man though, but he's able to handle himself. They're young people, man. They're underage, man. If that's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. All right. But you read it though, Jax? You read it though? Yeah. Just be careful with those kind of messages in public, Emily. But we're listening. You're pretty young too. Yeah, I think all you guys are pretty young. So I'm very mindful. I'm like, excuse me if I'm cussing, but I'm just like, I have to express myself as well. So just be careful when you guys are growing up, man. It's a different world out there. I can't be there physically for everyone in person. You know, it's fucked up because I had older cousins that were like, they didn't know how to fight. So, but I still wanted to protect them type shit, and I wasn't always there for them. You know, I was thinking about that too with my mom and her own traumas. If I can get a time machine, I would go back and save that young girl. All the traumas my mom went through, all the traumas my mom went through, all the shit that my grandpa seen when he was growing up in World War II type shit. If I can go back in time and fix that and try to fix the world, I would because I don't want no kids going through any type of trauma. By no means. I don't care if it's small. I don't care what the threshold is. I don't care if it's little, big. I don't care. That shit fucked up. I don't like that. When I was 8, I fought a 15-year-old and won. There you go. Knocked him on his ass. What I like to hear. Yeah, man. When I was boxing at like 12. They had me fighting adults, dog. 12, 13. I was like, damn, this shit crazy as hell. But I get it. I was like, I get it. When you got the spirit and you got the whatever, what I'm saying? You be out there like you watch Hunter x Hunter, bro? You be like Gon and Killua type shit. I wasn't even watching Hunter x Hunter back then. I don't even know what I was watching, dog. Yu Yu Hakusho. I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho, bro. I was Yusuke type shit. That's how I felt. Like we Yusuke out here. You're a Meshi. Emily, yeah. Emily, you gotta love yourself and remind yourself that you're strong. You understand? Because if they, like you're saying, you've been staying busy creating content. That's strong. That's strength. The power of creation. Don't underestimate that. The power of creation, and you're creating light. You understand? You're creating good things. You're creating things that make you happy. And guess what? Your happiness isn't based off hurting someone else. That's very important. Some people's happiness, and some people think that they feel happier when they hurt other people. You don't do that because you're a good person. So keep that in mind. That's what makes you a good person. That's also what makes you strong, is that the fact that your happiness is based off of something more pure and honest. But it's funny because I got older. I was wondering why people would hurt me. I was like, damn, why do motherfuckers hurt me? But you realize that they're hurt too, and they just don't know how to express themselves. So I started to have, like, I don't want to say forgiveness, but just understanding. I would just have understanding basically, and it's not easy. It's not easy, but one day you will be bigger and stronger. You know, Friendships and camaraderie are important too, because that way other people can stand in and protect you. And then when people try to say something crazy about your name, they can protect you as well. Things like that. It's a lot for you guys to think about, but just make sure you have the right friends and family around you. And when they're offbeat and when they're a little out of whack, make sure you don't have to necessarily check them. If they're adults, sure, check them, but just make sure you keep everyone, like, just ask people, like, when they're acting out of character or negative, just like, what's going on with you? You're doing all right? Just want to see how you're doing. But I ain't gonna lie, some of my family members is a lost cause. I love them to death, but it's just like ain't much I could do anymore. I love you guys to death, but ain't much I could do anymore, unfortunately. Can you talk about something else? Man, did I say that out loud? Man, but yeah, you guys, the Beyblade scene over here is interesting, man. We had oh, what was I gonna say? There's actually a new person that joined the group. Actually, there's like two maybe. One person was in the actual group, and or sorry, he's part of the Discord group, and he was accounting for his son because his son is maybe like 7 or 8 years old. But he was showing me all of his burst Beyblades, and I think he had some metal fight with him too. That was pretty cool. But yeah, he had all this cool stuff with him. You understand? Yeah, he had some real cool stuff. Um, and I was asking him, I was like, "How long have you guys been in the scene?" Because he knows all the generations, but he didn't know Plastics. You got to remember, Plastics is like late '90s, early 2000s, maybe. I mean, I remember it being mid 2000s because it was in Japan. It was '90s, right? But over here, it got here in like the 2000s. But I remember playing that stuff, and he was sitting there like, "Yeah, I never played it." And I was like, "Listen, you're gonna get a free one today because it's the guy's today. This event, it's the guy's birthday. It was it was his birthday yesterday, and he wanted to celebrate his birthday on the weekend, which is when we usually host events. So he was giving out a free 3D printed plastics Beyblade to every participant. So there was like 19, 20 of us or something like that. I can't do the math. Might have been a little less, but all the participants got blades, which is really nice for his birthday. So on his birthday, he gave us gifts, which is really nice. And then yeah, we just battled with them, and he had all these loaner sets, like 40 something plastic loaners. Some of them came with launchers and things like that. It was fun, man. It was a really good day. Really surprised. Actually, I think I had a lefty Beyblade, and I think I was using my righty launcher. So I could be wrong, but I feel like it was a lefty. You know, the other fucked up, the other part was like, wish I could, let me know when they're gone, right? Let me know something like that, right? Let me know that type of issue. Unfortunately, man, I'm sad that's happening right now. Gams? Oh, games? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I played a few of them. I played like the simple ones though, like the build an army kind of thing and defense tower. I played the little simple ones, but I get caught up on that, man. I played a game for too long. Little YouTube games, little games in the app. They have games like that for. They used to have games like that for Messenger, and I think if you have iPhone, it's like that too, right? People be playing Scrabble and shit like that. Is that right? I think that's what they be playing. Yeah, I hope everybody taking care of themselves. However that looks, man. Just take care of yourself, man. Today was a good self care kind of day. Um, whatever happened to Big Task? I don't know if he's still up in there. Big Task. Oh, that's what I was gonna say about with Z. Shout out to Z, man. Z's a good dude. Playing this little I don't know if I'm reading that right. Yeah. What I was gonna say was he reminds me of some good people I know in my life. For like, I'll give you an example. So one of my friends, I haven't seen her in a while actually, but she's half Korean, half white. But she was I say the story all the time. She was riding the bus, and like a racist white dude on there, just talking shit to this Asian lady. I don't know what was going on, why he was doing that. But my friend, she happens to be sitting nearby, and she starts checking. I'm like, hey, why are you saying this to her? That's mean. Don't do that. Don't, basically just kind of confronting him about it. And the lady sitting next to her is like tugging her sleeve, like, no, leave him alone. He's gonna trip out. He's gonna um he's gonna overreact or something. And then I'm like, yeah, they're basically not cussing each other out, but he's cussing out my friend, saying, continuing to say the racist things. And then yeah, my friend is continuing to confront this man, this white, this like I don't know what's wrong with him. It's just this white dude that was talking dirty about these Asian people on the bus. It was messed up. But what was cool about it was I was like, well, that's a one. Can you see my profile? I have to zoom in a little bit, but I can't really see it right now. I'm gonna check it later, maybe. Um, this is my friend. She's half white, but she checked another white person for being racist, and I like shit like that, man. You gotta understand that shit goes a long way when you keep other people in check, especially people of your own culture and ethnicity or whatever. It goes a long way, man. But then I asked her, I was like, can I ask you a couple questions? I was like, okay, how many other white people were on the bus? She was like, maybe like four, three or four. I was like, okay, how many of them were men? Well, she said four or five. I was like, how many of them were men? She said about two or three. I was like, so none of these other men could confront this other man about it. They were just staying quiet, looking at their phone. And all these other people felt the need to stand up for someone else on behalf of, because that's how I feel, man. It's like I don't want any ignorant stuff being traced back to me. Jack, let us know if you're still there. And you know what I mean? So people represent your culture and your ethnicity. It's like you don't want them misrepresenting you, so you gotta check them sometimes. Like, hey, man, you don't. That's mean, bro. That's not our culture. We don't do that, and that's what she was doing basically with her own people. So that's why I wish Z's a good guy. People don't realize. I always trust his intentions. That's why he's my mod. Him and Jax, those are my mods because they got good intentions, good hearts, really good people. I always appreciate shit like that, man. And I'm doing my best to be a good person too. Not saying I'm well. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been bad. I gotta think about that. I'm gonna say yeah, but I just don't really. I can't really recall nothing. Like I ain't. I'm not perfect. I'm not pure, obviously. You know, Jax, if you're still chilling with us, man, let us know, man. I hope you're doing all right. Hopefully you're still there, Jax. Hope he is. He might be. He might be around. I think sometimes he does stuff on his page or like he's doing stuff at home. Also, on his, it's like 3 o'clock where he's at. It's like past. It's way past midnight. I think we're on midnight time where we're at. We're on Pacific, so it's midnight over here, right? Where you're at too. But yeah, he might have passed out, which is fine. If he needs to go to sleep, we let him sleep. You know, those are good people. I like having them in my life. I like having good people in my life, man. I used to have like just all types of different variations of people because I was respecting people's struggles and whatnot. But I'm starting to get to this point where like negative is negative. Negative shit is just bad sometimes, and I just don't need it at this moment in time. I just don't need it, man. I just need a bit of healing and some positivity, and it's making me more of a sensitive person. Like everything bothers me. I just think that everything around the corner is gonna affect me in some way. 12 volts. Yeah, we're on the same time zone. You and I are on the same time zone. So yeah, is it cold where you're at? I got like 4 layers, so it's kind of cold. Ain't too bad. It's manageable. This is that Axum, right here. Not bad. It's not bad. It's kind of hitting though. I told dude I wanted something chill. He gave me some chill recommendations for the cigars. Normally I'd be speaking a little louder, but it's midnight, as you can understand. A couple of residents around here, like I don't know if my voice is resonating. They might hear some shit. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, that's why I'm speaking, at a lower tone. It's funny because a while ago, that's what I was telling you about those drunk kids, the drunk white kids that came over here, just over here down in bottles and cans of beer and shit. I was like, man, y'all tripping right now. But I remember those days, so I can't even like get mad. But them dudes they was tripping, man. They was tripping. They was having a good old time, but they was loud as hell. They was over here dragging the toys, bro. Let me show you this shit. The park got all these toys laid out. Park got all these toys laid out. They're doing construction right here. There goes a little play structure over there. Let me zoom in a bit. I need both hands for this. Play structure used to be over there, but they got all these toys right here. Kids was over here dragging it, and they was playing basketball at the courts. You know, he was doing all that, getting hella extra. That's the shit they get away with. That's fine. You're only young once, right? Yeah, we chilling, man. Emily, next time you see Blader Z, just say what's up to him, man. That's a good dude right there. He's going through some things right now too, so I'm gonna check with him personally. I need to do that. It's interesting because everyone's been dealing with a lot of grief lately. So I hope everyone's okay. I just gotta, I gotta check on people. There's one friend I need to call. There's like two. There's a lot of them, but some friends don't pick up the phone no more. It's sad. But it is, man. That's where we at. That's life right now. That's just what life is right now. When you get older, you lose contact with people. Just people cut you off, whatever. That's how I go. I go. It used to hurt, but now it's just more upsetting. It's like, so what can you do? It's just sad. But the level of sad that it is just like it's manageable now. I hate to say it that way, but it's manageable. But I want to be honest and like expressing that, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's tricky. One thing I'm gonna try to get better at is just letting people know like it's different when you're a man when you say this, but I have no issue saying it because I'm gonna go ahead. Oh no, okay, it looked like spam. So I don't know what that is, Emily, but I appreciate whatever you wrote. For some reason it's hidden right now, so I don't know. I appreciate all the love people show when they drop in. Always appreciate it, man. It ain't easy, but I'm just, I do my best to exercise gratitude. The person I need to become is, it's a slow process, but once that ball gets rolling, yeah, you already know that ball rolling is whatever, man. But you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but good times. All right, hold on, slow down, Emily, because whatever you're sending, it keeps on getting hidden, and I'm gonna keep it hidden. All right, whatever you're sending, I know it's a lot of like emoji text kind of stuff. I don't even know what that is. I can't even tell you what that is. It's just a lot of hearts and love. But listen, I appreciate it, but just be careful. I don't know why it's doing that. YouTube probably thinks you're a bot, which is kind of funny. But yeah, man. What I was gonna ask was like, is it warm where you guys are at? Is it still cold over here? Tomorrow's gonna be like 60s though, so it's gonna be warm. It was actually, what's crazy? I was at the tournament till about 5, 6 o'clock. Not like 6, almost 7, and the sun was setting. I was like, damn, the sun is still out. It's still hella warm. I'm walking in the street. It wasn't even windy. You know what I'm saying? Hey there, gamers. Oh, your boy's in the house. Hold on, man. Your boy is here. Your boy, I've been waiting for you to come here into the chat. Your boy, send something else in the chat. You're gonna see something brand new. Just send another text. You'll see. We're waiting for your boy to drop in. You know what's crazy, man? Your boy. I just got done. I was like, when I uploaded all those clips in the Seattle server, I was standing like right outside the library using their Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi in my house is trash. Like, let me just walk up the hill, go to the library, stand there, wop wop, you know, packing a special gift for you, man. Oh, and I'm not subtle enough to conceal the surprise. Ah, damn, I don't know what it is, man. That's gonna be crazy. I'm scared now. I'm scared of surprises, but you know what, man? If it's from your boy, I appreciate it. The mighty wrench. Yeah, I made a few people mods because if I know you and trust you, we're locked in. You've been talking to me for a while, so obviously you deserve to be one. If you're ever here, I trust your judgment as always. Sleep fearfully. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared. I got a warning on my phone about data usage, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I was standing outside the library uploading clips. The long game. Damn, I'm scared now. I'm scared. I'm scared, your boy. The roses. What is this? Candy? Roses and candy. That's what's up. Thank you as always. Emily commented like 20, 30 times. I was like, Emily, that's a lot of love, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. As always. I think you and Jax might have commented the most. There's one other person. I forget who it is. But your boy, how was your tournament, man? How was the did you guys meet up today or are you guys meeting up tomorrow as well? Bro, the B-Day tournament looked hella crazy. Yeah, Neo turned he's a half a century, right? Am I doing the math right? Yeah. Half. No, sorry, quarter. Oh my god, excuse me. He's a quarter century. Oof. Forgive me. Quarter century. I remember when I was a quarter century, I wore my Richard Sherman jersey because he wears the number 25. So I did this thing when I turned 23. I turned 23. I had a LeBron James jersey, and it was 23 in Cleveland. But I was like, every year from now on, I'm gonna wear a jersey that pertains to the number. But I think I stopped doing it around 29 or 28. I think it was 28. Just a casual meet today, but it was fun. Yes, more kids participating. Oh, more kids to participating adults than I was comfortable with this. You know what? I know what you mean. I understand exactly what you mean. Because it's like there's a level of cutting loose as an adult that you want to do. You know what I mean? Emily, be careful with the chat. I mean, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But for whatever reason, YouTube's gonna think it's like YouTube's gonna think you're a bot when you spam certain stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate the love, Emily. Always, we always don't ever think we don't appreciate it. You know. Um, but yeah, that's really interesting, man. You know what's funny? I just got done. I don't know if you're familiar with Alomela. Yeah, Aloemela. She had a live YouTube live, but it was also on Twitch, I believe. And she's a blader out in New York. She's born and raised in New York. She had a live, and she was basically explaining that they're having these Beyblade meets at bars. So there's these bars that host them, and I'm like, bruh, y'all about to be drunk, walking around the bar drunk, looking for bit pieces that fly all over the place. And she was sitting there like, nah, Bane, don't think that we're getting drunk like that. We're not getting smacked. We just get a little tipsy and we just have fun. I was like, yeah, I like that for adults. Hey, Emily, be careful with the emojis. Because when you do multiple emojis, it's gonna look like spam. So just be careful when you post that, all right? Just be careful. I don't know what the candy is though. I don't know what the candy is. I don't know what that means. I've been to later Senpai. Damn. Ooh, at a brewery? That's what's up. See, I don't drink no more, but it'd be fun to be around people that have fun like that. I think Shad loves drinking, man. Cause Shad sometimes, he'll be sitting there sending like drunk stuff in the Discord, and I'm like, oh, he's having a good old time right now. I can tell. Him and his wife partying. They were at the event too. It was fun. They did pretty well. Shad was in the finals, or not, not finals, but he was in the playoffs or whatever. So that was dope to see. I haven't seen Shad in a while. I feel like I think last time I seen Shad was maybe X Limited, but it was in Auburn. Been a good while. But yeah, it's good. It's good when people come back around. Shout out to my guy Delta Wave. Delta Wave showed up unannounced to the plastics tournament today. I shook his hand. I was like, "Bro, you should have told me you were coming." Because I have his health chain and I have his Dran dagger. I was like, "Bro, I have your stuff. If I knew you were coming, I would have brought it for you." Because I brought, Lily had brought their X stuff. So I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna bring High Needle because I know we're supposed to trade High Needle for Tabor." So we did that trade today. It was really nice to tap in um with Lily on the trade, and then who else was there? Father Adams came around again. That was dope. It was good to see Father Adams again. Good to see a lot of people again. Your boy, we got to see you again. It's gonna be very, very soon. Yeah, what did I trade? It was High Needle because they wanted to test something with Wizard Arrow, I believe. And I was like, that's a really interesting build, a high Wizard Arrow, because the blades they're not downwards, but they're slightly downwards. You know what I mean? You're so bird, Emily. You're so bird. Emily, you gotta go to sleep. What's going on? Looks like there was a really good crew for that event today. Yeah, it was really good. And that's what I was saying. There was a new kid. I think he was about maybe 7 or 8, somewhere between 7 and 9. He was accompanied by his dad. His dad's probably older than us, but yeah, man, he was it's fun. It's crazy, bro. He knew so much about burst and metal. I was like, bro, I don't know none of this, but he knew nothing about plastics. I'm like, today you're gonna get a free blade from the guy whose birthday it is. So have fun with that. Bread. Uh-oh. Am I reading that right? Your bread. I really wish I budgeted time ahead so I can make it. Gotta hang on for next year. Yeah, I understand that feeling, man. But you're gonna be here for April, which is nice. And listen, remind me, man, because you know, I'll be honest with you, man. We gotta get you something to eat, some nice food. I don't know if you have food restrictions or dietary stuff. Like if you know what I mean. Like if you can't do milkshakes, cheeseburger stuff like that. It's about to come up. It's about to come up, right? But let me know if you have food restrictions because I'm trying to think of places to take you to eat. If you want to do a breakfast thing or a dinner thing, like just let me know. Do you like pho? Like, do you drink cocktails and do you like pho? Like, shit, what I'm trying to say? Like, what is the combination of things that you can or cannot eat? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I guess just a piggy eater. Your gut is really generous. I see what you're saying. We could feel it out. A weekend of man. So not too worried. Oh, are you cosplaying? I just thought about that. Are you bringing the mask out? I can't wait to see Z's. Z's been working on that mask for a while, and then Gameblade as well. I just can't wait. What month is my? Okay, Emily, take a guess of the month of my birthday. Take a guess. You'll eat, try almost anything. Yes, or still cause. Oh, sorry, still playing with the idea of some kind of outfit. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I will. I probably will wear like an anime shirt, but I'm waiting on this one jersey to come in. I was waiting on a slam dunk jersey to come in. I wanted to wear that. Um, Looking forward to seeing what people wear too. May. You're close. You're close, Emily. You're very close. My mom was actually born in May. Who else was born in May? I think I have a cousin born in May, and I think they're because I know they're a Taurus, so maybe they're early May. I'm just not good with birthdays that well. Are we? And you know what's interesting? I don't know who else is a June boy. Your boy? I don't know who else is a June boy aside from us. Also, are you early or late? Emily, you're in May. Your birthday's in May, Emily. That's what's up. My mom's birthday's in May too. Yeah, you're late June. Okay, now that's gonna make me scared. Cause I say this all the time, right? You're late June. Are you past the 22nd? Like you're a Cancer too? I'm a Cancer, bro. I am a Cancer. You're February. Oh, you're February. Okay, okay. Your boy. I'm the 25th. I'm the 25th, bro. Don't tell me you're the 25th. Don't tell me you're the 25th, Gemini. Pre 20. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but so you're probably on the cusp then. Yeah, you're on the cusp. I'm kind of on the cusp. I'm on the 25th. That's like away from the cusp, but I'm kind of there. Yeah, I say this all the time. Everyone born in June is crazy. No, no, Emily, I'm born in June. Emily, my birthday is June 25th. I got the same birthday as Anthony Bourdain and Dikembe Mutombo. Rest in peace to both of them. Dikembe Mutombo played for the Nuggets, played for the Atlanta Hawks, played for the Philadelphia 76ers. Dikembe Mutombo, rest in peace. I need to get some Mutombo shoes. I need to get a Mutombo jersey just because. Same birthday as dude. Anthony Bourdain was filthy too. You know, everyone born in June is crazy. I don't know what it is. Like when you really think about it, it is kind of like that's why I was scared if you're gonna say you're a Cancer because there's two types of Cancers. There's the ones born in July, and then there's the ones that's like born in June or sometimes July 1st. And the ones born in June and July are like crazy, and then the ones born in July are more sensitive. It's just kind of funny thing that I realized. A lot of July people I know, May 12th, burn or born, 2016. Damn, what the hell? Oh, so you're about to be 9. Damn, what the hell? That's what's up. That might be the same birthday as my cousin or my niece. It's very close. I just know it's very close to that. I always forget the days, man. I feel bad because my cousin and her daughter are like literally a day or two apart. And then I think her mom is very close in birthday too. It's really funny. Me and all my cousins, like my cousins I grew up with, we're all of our birthdays are in order. It's really funny. Cause like I'm the Cancer, my brother's a Leo, my other cousin she's a Virgo, and then her sister's a Libra, all back to back. Your mom's a May B day too. Yeah, my mom's okay. Hold on, this was crazy. Your mom's birthday is in May, but is it early or late? My mom's birthday was May 30. Whenever it's the month of May, it's kind of the two type. Oh, you missed what I was saying about the two types of Cancers. Okay, because there's June and July, so there's kind of like she's Mother's Day some years. I see what you're saying. Um, yeah. See, it's funny because me and my mom, I was late June, my mom was late May. So then you're like mid June, and your mom's early May. That's funny how our relation is like that. That's funny. Cancers born in June, bro, are fucking crazy because everyone born in June is crazy. So the June Cancers are already crazy, and then like the ones in July, kind of like late, like mid and later July, they're like just more. But everyone I know born in July is very sensitive. They're just very sensitive people. Like not in a bad way. It's just who they are, and it's really interesting. But it's like that sensitivity can be used against them, but they kind of use it for like if it's not crying, it's just like they just I don't know what it is. They're just really sensitive people. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's just something I've observed. Because Mike Tyson's born in July. Mike Tyson's a July Cancer. Very sensitive and very introspective. You see what I'm trying to say? Like he's very introspective and sensitive. But then like you have the June Cancers like me, Ariana Grande, Michael Vick. Crazy. We're all crazy. I'm telling you, man. But it's just like we don't know we're crazy. We're just it's just like a normal thing. Like I'm not trying to say like psychotic, but I'm saying like we think like it's more of a snap, more to a snap of things rather than digesting things and feeling it. See, July cancers know how to actually feel the emotions. For us, June ones is kind of there. I mean, this is just my observation. It's just there, but it's like we don't really know how to deal with it. But yeah, your aunt's sister is dying from lung cancer. Lungs are yellow. She has 2 days. Is that a fact? Lung cancer. Are you telling me not to smoke? Is that what that means? Just so you know, I don't inhale. If that makes sense. I'm like mid talking, so I'm catching my breath, but I'm catching the cadences in between. If that's what you're wondering about, Emily. But I'll be sure to be healthy as well, from what you're saying. Because I did this last week, and as you can tell, I've been doing it once a week. But yeah, that's just my observation, your boy. None of it's set in stone. I'm just talking shit at this point, really. Like not in a bad way, but just things that I observe. It's just a little funny, being a little funny. But yeah, I'm rambling, dude. You're just telling me, okay. I hope the best for her though. I don't like when people give people a time like you have 1 day or 2 days. Like I try not to believe that, but you know, hopefully that they're okay, man. I hope that they're okay. We are here yapping, exactly. Yeah, it's a good time to yap. Great time of day. Oh, excuse me. I know. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hearing stuff like that. I just got done telling someone I do my therapy sessions on like Fridays, but I'm starting to move them to like once a month. And who was I speaking with? I was chopping it up with what were the RAF items? Oh, all right. Let me check my mind here. It was Silver Wolf. Okay, this. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. This is crazy, right? It was Silver Wolf. Yeah, I'm gonna go through one, two, three, four. It was four of them. Silver Wolf was number one. The second one, I believe, was a Hasbro Drawn Buster, right? But here's the thing: next to the number two, I had stapled Drawn Buster, right? I had stapled. It was a flat bit. I stapled it to the two card that was attached to the gift. But the guy who threw away the wrapper didn't know it was attached to it. He didn't look at it. He just thought it was some weird shit on there, and just threw all the whole wrapper away, which is kind of sad. Number three was a coupon for a Chimera grip. I was like, it's basically a Drawn Buster box, a TT Drawn Buster box. But I wrote a note on the top of it. I said, this box is empty. However, ask Neo for a Chimera grip and I'll pay for it. So as soon as I got to the event space, I paid Neo 25. I was like, listen, I already paid for it, but the coupon is there. So here's the funny thing. The person who grabbed two and the person who grabbed three were friends and they actually swapped two and three because the guy who got the coupon already had a Chimera grip. He said, well, I guess I'll get a second one. And then he looked at the guy who had the Drawn Buster, who was his friend. It was Trias and Zerno. And then Zerno goes, well, I already have a grip. So let me give you the grip to Tyrus. And then Tyrus swapped the Buster to Zerno. So Zerno got the Buster. And then Tyrus finally is going to get their first Chimera grip. I was like, hey, just think of the colors and tell Neo. I said, run it by Neo. Make sure it's good because I know he just got done printing all these blades. And if he has time to print your grip, I already gave him 25 bucks. Boom. So that's one, two, and three. Number four was a Golem Rock and a white launcher. But I stapled to the number four on the packaging gear point. It was a pink gear point. So that one went to Tuck Wolf. So Tuck got the Golem Rock with the white launcher and the gear point, which is really good. And then I think Luffy won the Silver Wolf. So yeah, Luffy, Zerno, Tyrus, Tuck Wolf. And then there was actually a fifth prize because um, Father Adams had donated. It was something. It was like I might have to message Nick about this or ask them if I see them tomorrow. But the fifth one was like a something that Father Adams donated. It looked like a Dryger thingy. I forget exactly what it was. It looked like Drygers. It looked like some classic stuff, like a really good prize, but it wasn't wrapped. It was just kind of in the open. And I think Nick won that one. So Nick, whose partner is Lily. I guess you haven't met them, but yeah. If you meet one, you'll see the other. Basically, they're uh, they're a couple. Silver Wolf was dope. Yeah. I thought about that today because I think Luffy was saying thank you to me and was walking up to give me a Nick's iconic check. Yes, there you go. That's exactly the same. So you've technically seen them, and I think like Luffy was gonna give me a high five. I thought it was a hug, so I just gave them a hug, and I was like, oh shit. But I think it was a high five, and I was like, I felt kind of crunchy, but I was like, yeah, well, you got a wolf. And it's funny because I remember I was looking for the free ball bit, and then I'm just waiting to see Simon again because Simon has my free ball bit along with my yellow shelter Drake, which is funny because I was trying to remember, I was like, who did I give it to? And Simon was like, bro, I have two free ball bits. I know I have, but for some reason I have an extra one. I don't know why I have this. I was like, it's probably yours. And I was like, damn, okay, just whenever I see you again, don't worry about it. I ain't strapped for time or nothing. I also bought an extra wolf just because, you know, extra wolf samurai because I needed level. I needed an extra level. Just are you a guy that has? No, that's not him, Emily. That's Blader Z. Blader Z has the baby, but your boy is our. You know what? I hope not. Right, right, right. That's funny. Your boy, we gotta make this set in stone. And your boy, you let me know if I'm wrong for saying this. I'm gonna go ahead and let this be known. Your boy is starting the scene in Spokane for Beyblade. I don't know if anyone else did it before you, but I only know you to really get it popping. I don't know if I'm giving you the wrong credit, but I feel like you're the guy. Same way I give credit to Sushi Grade and Chief Bongo down in Portland. And there's a few other people I'm forgetting. I think Loon as well. Maybe Loon Noodle. Shout out to Noodle for winning last month. No, February. Yeah, yeah, that was dope. The scene is dope. And it was really cool to see Cole again, like Cole's Bellingham, and the whole I-5 scene, the whole Pacific Northwest scene is dope right now. And then Nano and Latte are like my people in Vancouver, BC, British Columbia. You know what I mean? I'm slow rolling for my neighborhood. Just collected the prizing I want to use though. Yeah, and that's how it starts, man. I mean, you think about the blade scene that we have. It's like Neo and those guys. They're really just like it started with them, and then they just kind of went through the generations. They adapted to X. Crazy, right? Like, it's just where we're at right now in the timeline of Blade and whatnot. So org app for WBO is pending review. Just got a review again for judge. I see what you're saying. I think Z told me the same exact thing, and I was like, "Well, shit, the judge testing is probably tougher." But yeah, yeah, man. Did you get approved? So you're still waiting on that? I guess. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear everyone doing all right. All righty. My goal is to eventually help other bladers promote and support their own events. Yeah, hell yeah. Get the ball rolling. Hey, so your boy, I've been saying this to Neil for a while, and he's a busy man. But I was like, I want Neil to do a podcast. You don't become a forever organizer in the spot. Yeah, you get the ball rolling and just kind of let it go. I've been telling Neil to do a podcast because like I was in the chat with him, and he's like, man, all I love to do is just talk about this shit. I just love talking Beyblade. I was like, listen, bro, you ever thought about doing a podcast? He's like, I don't know. I was like, it don't have to be. You see the shit I'm doing? I'm just sitting out here. The thing is, he has a nice little safe spot that he can chill in. Is that a rat? Oh hell no. But anyway, he's like, he got a nice little safe spot that he can chill at, and he could just chill at the house and just record some shit. And I was like, bro, I'm about to like go on live and invite you, and I'm just gonna have some written questions. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna just let you talk. And yeah, I saw that Portland's got a. Ooh, I heard about that. I heard about that. I'm not much of a raver, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like girls who go to raves because they be dressed really great to the nines. Get those interviews popping. Yeah, that's why I was so hyped when I sat down with Z. Every time we go on live, I just ask him about his org status. I was like, man, we gotta celebrate this dude. He finally got approved. He's about to be a judge. So I'm just happy for everybody right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Chief Bongo, I don't think he signed up too. I could be wrong. I don't really remember. It's really cool, man. Defective, obviously they've been a judge for a while, and then Cole came down and helped us. It was dope. 12:33. Emily, if you gotta go to bed, go ahead. Get those interviews popping. Neo's like a important voice when it comes to Beyblade. People don't realize it. I'm a champion that dude forever. Super cool to hear loads of people coming in and getting their own events running. That'd be dope, man. Especially down where you're at. Do you have people that are in the actual college scene at the Gonzaga or whatever? Is that where it's at? I forget exactly, but man, you get it popping there too. Because the Idaho scene, I think Left Spin Bays, that dude's getting it popping at Boise State, which is crazy. Because my niece goes there, and my niece hasn't attended any events. I was clowning her. I was like, man, you over here talking about Beyblade with us? You didn't even go to damn. You're in. You're on this campus. Like, go blade with them. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I was getting on my niece's head. Hidden. Okay, cool. Be careful with it. Be careful with that, Emily, because you know it's reviewed as spam and it's seen as such. Just be careful. Be careful, Emily. Oh, you went to university elsewhere? Yeah. It's good to not get it in college scene, but you know I think the city of Boise is kind of closed in to the point where you know. But yeah, if you can get like a college like what do you call those, bro? Like the little. It's like those rooms. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones for the actual professors and shit, but the actual you know where they do events and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta connect with passionate bladers. Exactly. Going and interested in helping. I'm doing the best I can. I'm just trying to make sure everyone has a good time. And you know me. I'm always gonna introduce myself to people, say hi to people. You know, I don't want to be standoffish. It's funny because blading is such an introverted scene, but yeah, you know how it is, man. A lot of us. I mean, I be feeling like I'm introvert, but I don't really know right now. I'm like I always say this, man. I'm like a dog, or like I just love meeting people. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, dogs be walking up and just saying hi to people. They don't necessarily ask for food. It's like, who are you? I'm one of those. I'm one of those, man. I'm a dog by spirit. Might have been a dog in a past life. That'd be cool. That's a whole nother conversation. The past life conversation. It's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, there it is, and we get to the bottom of it. Mr. Dickinson of Seattle scene. He's the Mr. Monopoly looking guy. Oh yeah. Oh, from the original. Oh, that's his name. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, if I had more income in, I might supply some stuff. I think Shad is trying to be that guy, which is really good. Because Shad's trying to hook people up. I don't want to keep putting his business out there, but it was really dope to hear. I was like, if Chad's gonna pitch in, I'm gonna do my best too. We gotta watch some Beyblade, bro. You gotta throw it in the chat, like in the voice chat or something one day. You know what I'm saying? I think the last episode I left off at was one or two, but then I also skipped over to when Max and Kai fought, or when they battled. Well, Shad didn't donate anything, but he was just kind of talking to me and offering like I'm not gonna say it out loud too much, but it's like things that he was proposing if we had someone represent for our you know because they're gonna do nationals or whatever in Japan. So if they do that, he was just giving me ideas like what he was willing to do. I don't know if he still is, so that's why I don't want to speak about it too much. And it's also his money, but he was willing to help, you know, support and supply some people, which would, you know, it seemed really nice. But yeah, but if Shad is able to do that, that's dope, man. I was like, man, if I can help out, let me know. I want to go too, but I don't want to make it about me. But if he's able to do that, man, I'm gonna help him pitch in. You know, I think he knows the lay. He's been to Japan more so than everyone else because he does the Pokemon TCG, which is dope. TCG scene, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, check something real quick. Yep. We getting close, but not really. Yeah, man. It's been a great day. It's been a great 24 hours. And like something told me, I was like, leave the house, you know what I'm saying, and upload these videos, these clips, send them to the Discord, and then upload the video. I did all the editing on like your boy. This is what I was saying, bro. I was on the little hour-long bus ride back from Sumner, and the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just editing clips. And then I get on the other bus when I get to Seattle. I'm going back home. I'm just editing clips. I'm just like whoop, whoop, going through it. Get home, start charging my phone. Same thing. I'm so excited for August this year. Yep. global qualifiers. See, all right. So this is my other worry. 'Cause I feel like you and I spoke about this. I mean, doing a West Coast, like making all the West Coast people go to California is almost unfair because there's such a California scene. There should be a Pacific Northwest one, and then a West Coast California one, and then there should be a Texas one, a Midwest one, Southeast Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like all the areas, DMV, and then New York area, New Jersey, and then Northeast. They should do it like that. Am I going soon, Emily? Maybe in a few minutes. Maybe in a few minutes. Maybe when we hit that 90-minute mark, something like that. Maybe I'll start doing that. It'd be so dope to have some crew to bring over there. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. Who meets with Seattle guys for whenever they happen. That's what we need to do something like that. But also, like, imagine, okay, let's say they're doing the Canada territories. So BC is going to have their own thing because there's a scene over there. So BC is already going to have it. So it's going to force a lot of Pacific Northwest people to travel to BC. So you might as well just do that. You know what I'm saying? Caravan, yep. Caravan Hearts. I don't know if you know that reference. Caravan Hearts. You're going to go, Emily? Emily, get some rest because I'm gonna end in a couple minutes anyway. So get some rest, Emily. You have a good night, all right? You should get some rest, Emily. I might do some video game stuff tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow yet. I might go to the meet, or I might take my. I don't know yet because I kind of want to go take some people to eat. But who knows? Not really that important, but I just kind of want to do it for pastime, old time sakes, whatever. Caravan Hearts. Caravan Hearts is just it's a reference to Dragon Quest because there's a game that only came out in Japan. It was like a Dragon Warrior Monsters game. It was so you know they have Dragon Warrior Monsters 1 and 2, and then they had Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Hearts before they dropped Joker. So it's just a Dragon Quest reference. But yeah, I was wondering if you knew it or not. I wasn't sure. I wasn't too sure. But Caravan Hearts was a fun game. I actually had the ROM on my phone when I used to have an Android, and I was playing that game. That game was really fun. I was playing that when my grandpa was still alive, and I was watching him. Good flashback there. You know what I'm saying? Good times. But yeah, like Toronto's gonna have their scene, obviously. BC is gonna have their scene. I don't know about Alberta and Calgary. I don't really know much about that, but I'm pretty sure they got something going on. By Dragon Quest from what little I've seen, mostly through the art. Yeah, it's Akira Toriyama. You know the beautiful thing about Dragon Quest is so it started in what 1986, so it predates Final Fantasy, and then the Three Horsemen was Akira Toriyama, Koichi Sugiyama, and Yuji Horii. And I forget, I always get this mixed up because I think Yuji Horii, I believe Yuji Horii was the pretty much the storyline guy. I could be wrong. And then Koichi Sugiyama is the orchestrator. He orchestrated the whole music scene or whatever for it. But if it's not them, it's vice versa. Meaning Koichi Sugiyama is the orchestrator, or he's the storyline person, or Yuji Horii is the storyline person, if not the orchestrator. If that makes sense. But we know Akira Toriyama is the artist, so it was the artist, the music orchestrator, and then the story writer. So those three horsemen created Dragon Quest, and then now we have RPG games the way we have today. 1986, Japanese stuff. It's really crazy. I'm not going to bed. It's just you guys are talking, so I will leave it. No, no worries. Emily, no worries, Emily. You know, I want to be mindful of your boy because you and me, Emily, we were speaking a while ago, and I was speaking to you. But if people are coming in and out the room, I'm just being mindful of that too. It's no bother, Emily. Please feel free to ask anything. Yeah, like your boy said, feel free to ask anything. It's no bother. Yeah, well, no, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling, Emily. But I thought you were going to bed. I wasn't sure. But yeah, um, but yeah, that Dragon Quest stuff is it's really the lore behind it is crazy. Like what it really started and what it really I don't know, chain reacted or whatever. That's pretty cool. I feel like Jax isn't here asleep. I feel like he fell asleep around the live, which is funny. Because I've done that before. I've watched ASMR live and just passed out. Oh, there goes 90 minutes. All right, y'all. I'm in it right there. Just finished ashing the cigar and whatnot. I'm gonna just go ahead and mob back to the house. I'm chilling right now. I'm gonna ash it on a tree, do my little prayer, etc. We'll chat about it while we hang in April. Yeah, I mean we'll chat about everything, a little bit of everything. Um, yeah, we'll keep tabs on all of it. Man, that's in a few weeks. It's like in 2.5 weeks, right? The 5th, the 12th, and the 19th. It's almost, bro. It's like almost there. So yeah, I'm gonna look forward to seeing everyone. I'm gonna be tapped in. I'm gonna do my lives, keep my energy high as best as possible, keep positive, stay locked in. I'm gonna stay focused for now, you know. But Emily, your boy, Jax, who I assume was asleep, and whoever else is in here, coming in and out the live, coming through. Appreciate you guys dropping in as always. Shout out to Blader Z for dropping in. Shout out to Crazy Simone a while ago. Big Task, I think that's what their name was, and there was one other person, but shout out to them, man. Appreciate y'all, man. You guys have a good night. Let you and Neo and Luffy know. Oh yeah, as soon as you're in town, that's what's up. All right, man. Yeah, and you know what? If I don't know how long you're gonna be staying, but if you're hanging out for Sundays, hopefully we're still doing the casual meets on Sundays. You gotta come through and see that, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope at tabletop. Don't spend too much money, man. They're gonna make you spend a lot of money. But yeah. All right, your boy. All right, Emily. You guys have a good night. I'm about to sign out. Peace.